Okay, now the judge wears a robe. Right, look at him throwing up the Illuminati hand sign, Freemason hand sign. Right? Notice she looked like a nun. Right? Notice she looks like a nun. So let me show you the nun robe. It looked just like the judge's robe. Oh, you got the boxing robe. So no, they giving you Natalie nun. We want a real nun. Right? Notice the robe, notice the veil, notice the cowl. Right? It looked just like the judge's robe. She got on the cowl, the veil, the robe, the whole occult setup. Right? Now let's get into some people that wear the cowl. You got the executioner. Executioner cowl. Right? We all familiar with this. Look, he got on the robe, the veil, the cloak. Right? It's all the same. Do you see where I'm going now? This is, all of this has an occult meaning. Right? The warlock. Right? So you got the executioner cowl. He about to send you to the underworld. Well, who else we know wear that? Batman's cowl. Right? The Dark Knight, the moon. They come out at night. That's why they call the Knights Templar, the Knights of Salahadin. Right? Batman's cowl. Right? You understand what I'm saying here? The Batman's cowl. It's not a mask. It's a cowl. Right? It's not a mask. It's a cowl. All right, who else? So remember we talked about the KKK hats. I'm gonna show you somebody else. If I can find it. See, even the priest got a hat. Right? You see the priest comes with his own hat. It almost looked like a fez. Right? It almost looked like a fez. Told you about those religious hats. Told you about those religious hats. Look at the fez. Right? You see the significance? You see the significance? They got the Phrygian hat, the leprechaun, the fez with the tassels on both sides. Right? Pirate, triangle hats. But it's a specific one I wanted to show. So it's the one they wear in Blasphemous, the video game. Right? They wear the, that pointed hat he has on. I want you to see it in real life. I'm trying to find it. Here you go. Here you go. Let me see what it's called. Let's see. I want y'all to see this. Hold on. The Catholic cowl, maybe? Well, you see what come up when you type in the Catholic cowl. Got the friars. So it's not that. Let's see if we can find it. Here we go. See? Who that look like? You thought that was the Ku Klux, didn't you? See, they got the Knights Templar markings on them. This is over in Vatican. Right? Look at it. Okay, let's see where else we can go with it. Of course, if you anything like me, you need you a tinfoil hat. You know the significance of that. It's and believe that it shields the brain from threats such as electromagnetic fields, mind control, mind reading, right? Conspiracy theories. Okay, let's get some images of the tinfoil hat, right? This for us conspiracy theorists out there. Notice most people wear pointy, right? Most people put that antenna on top of their tinfoil hat, right? So I told you about the Muslims. If you think about Muslims' menswear, they wear the gown, they wear the robe, right? You see it? They wear the gown, they wear the robe, they wear the cloak, they wear the veil, okay? Now understand about these long garments. So now you understand why in the Matrix, they all had those long coats to represent the veil, right? See, everybody got the long trench coat, right? See how his come out like a triangle? You notice that was in all the movies, right? When you get your Neo costume, it's gonna come with like a cloak, right? Or a cape, even Trinity's, right? Now, in my opinion, the main character, Morpheus, he wore it too. I don't know how you spell his name, but I'm trying to speed run through it. So notice Morpheus had that long coat, right? Because once you button it up, now it's a robe, now it's a gown, right? But this is feminine, right? You seen what a gown is. Okay, look like the wedding dress. You see the gown, the bridal gown, that OW, that own, that cow, that gown, right? And there's different types. You got the wedding, you got the princess, you got simple, lace, prom, ball gown, right? We all know what ball gowns look like. So everything come to the floor, right? This all synonymous with the cape, right? Remember Spawn had the cape, right? Spawn cape had a mind of its own, right? Remember Spawn had the cape. Now who else we seen from that? Doctor Strange, right? He had the cape. He was an alchemist, right? The cloak comes separately. The standing collar cloak, right? The occultist cloak, the alchemist cloak. And we all know Doctor Strange was doing, you know, occultic things. Another famous person, you know, Sherlock Holmes. He wore a cowl, right? The real Sherlock Holmes. And his man wore the Freemason top hat, right? So if you get a Sherlock Holmes costume, it's gonna come with the veil, with the cloak, with the cowl. Okay, Sherlock Holmes cowl right here, and you got to have a hat that go with it. So let's make it real. You just put in Sherlock Holmes cowl, and you're gonna get what you asking for, right? See, somebody made a comic book. You see Sherlock Holmes, cowl, cloak. Another thing I wanted to show you was the Mickey Mouse hat, the ears, right? You see how I got you put your head in the middle and that's 3 circles, right? Let me show you. See how you put your head in the middle, it's 3 circles. Notice that one say wizard. Well, that's really a representation of the triple moon, witchcraft, right? Triple moon witchcraft. Your hat is in the middle and the 2 ears on the side. But notice that's like a circle with a horned, all of this is Wiccan, triple moon, spiral goddess, right? The Siax Wicca. We have to get into that in Islam in a minute. Okay? Y'all know the Pope wears a hat. We got the Pope hat, of course. We already know, right? The fish hat, the fish head, right? Now, who else wore a cowl? Assassin's Creed, right? The cowl, the Freemason square and compass for the symbol. Knights Templar, Order of Assassins, right? This is Islamic. That's why the new one, Mirage, is set in the Middle East, because Assassin's Creed comes from the Order of Assassins. Okay? Now, we did the nun veil. Told y'all the nun wears a veil, right? Okay, who else we got? Now, do y'all know about the dunce cap? For those of us my age, it was a punishment used for slow learners. They put you in the corner with your thinking cap, put your thinking cap on. We've seen these pointy hats, right? But there's a different dunce cap you might not have seen. It's the one with the propellers on it. Let's see if I can find it for you. Let's see if I can find it for you. Look like the gnome hat. Let me see if I can find it for you. Hold on, I'm gonna get to it. They trying to hide it. All right, let me see if I pull up propellers on it. There we go. Right? This was also considered the dunce cap. Right? They banned it. Right? This was also considered the dunce cap. This was for kids. Right? Notice it had the brim. Y'all wearing these baseball hats. You got to know where they come from. Right? This was a dunce cap as well. Right? This the one with no brim is the old school one. The no brim dunce cap. Right? Okay, let's move on. Now they said the graduation cap was a fez with a brim. they said they banned Fez hats. Look at this. The Fez royalty. See them triangle pirate hats? See, I gotta understand the significance of hats. Shangri-La. See the Fez with the brim? The crash Fez. Right? And see how it turned into this. Right? You see where this is going, right? The police wear it. Right? Police have a cap. Right? Now, they got the Black Fez, Masonic, the Ottoman, the wool. So let's see. You see what the Shriners wear. Oh, they got actual hats. Nah, we want the Shriner Fez. See, they trying to hide it from you. Right? With the Islamic insignia on it. You got all the troglodytes running around with them. Okay? Now, a lot of this comes from the Phrygian hat. Hold on, let me... Phrygian cap. Right? Soft conical hat with apex bent over, blah, blah, blah. What does it symbolize? Allegiance to the Republican cause. Right? Okay, let's, now y'all seen this hat before. This is the magic hat. Right? The Smurfs wore it. Right? See how this one got a brim? Right? This is the magic hat. Right? Now, where have we seen this hat from? The Santa hat. Right? Phrygian cap. Just like the jester cap. Same thing, right? A lot of people know the jester should be evil. A lot of people say that the Nephilim they look like clowns. The demon jester. Okay. Now y'all know them boys in London. Everybody was wearing cloaks and veils and cowls. Right? Let's see, menswear. Let's see, hold on. All right, so hold on. I can't really find it. What I meant by it is, remember Jack the Ripper wore the cowl. Right? Let me show you. He had the Freemason top hat. There you go, see? Jack the Ripper wore the cape, the cowl. Look at the cowl coming across the shoulders. Right? Jack the Ripper. Right? Then you go into the vampires, usually Dracula. Right? Look like he got the dunce cap on, the crash Fez. Right? You had Jack the Ripper. You know, Dracula wore it. The Dracula cape. Right? The veil. See how he's veiled? See how it come with the top hat? right? Now, we talked about Hat Man in the conversation section. Now, I didn't know what he looked like, but I know he got a trench coat. I know he got a veil, a cloak, a cape, right? The Hat Man. Okay. Now, see, what you got to understand about the veil is feminine. Okay? The veil is a symbol of femininity, right? It's representing her unrepresentable feminine. A variety of goddesses worn by Muslim women and girls according to the hijab, right? Feminine tradition, veiling the female, right? Traditionally in Christianity, women were enjoined to cover their heads. Okay? So as you see, the veil, Mother Mary wore it, right? Let's see Mary, the Holy Mary. She wore the veil. Right? See how she got the hood on? See how she got the cloak? She got the cowl and the veil on, right? Okay. Now, you got something called the vaginal hood. This is where this comes from. The clitoral hood, right? I ain't gonna show you no pictures, but what's a clitoral hood? Now there's a guy that did some good imagery on this. Let me see if I can find him. Lifting the veil. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, walk with me. Walk with me. You see it look like a cootie cat, right? Okay. Lifting the veil. Okay. I hope I don't get a strike for that. But this kid, he really broke it down. Vaginosis, the G-spot. Okay. Now you starting to see how the capstone separated at the top, right? Understand what we're looking at. This is where your veil, the hood, comes from. Okay. Sacred 101. So y'all go check out Lifting the Veil. He dropped some heavy knowledge on this. On the hood. I will put a clip in here of him, but I ain't even going. I got so much to get through. Right? But this is kind of what I was telling you about. When you praying with your hands, you talking to the Mother God. You are basically placing the vag to your lips, speaking to the creator of the Yoni-verse, the divine feminine. This is how you know the original God is a womb man. Okay? But yeah, Lifting the Veil really exposed this, right? See some old depictions of the Yoni. Okay, now let's move on. So the reason why they want you to cover your head is because your hair is it's like it connects to the sun, right? Dr. Malachi York spoke about this. The sun breaks down proteins in all hair types. So let's see. Maybe we find a good meme to explain it clearly. So let's see. Your hair is an antenna. The hair antenna is whatever. All right, that's a deeper lesson. I ain't gonna go too deep into the hair as an antenna. But see, the reason why you cover your head is like to shade it from the sun. You know, we getting into moon worship, right? You're hiding your head, right? So maybe 9 ether hair, right? So I might have to do a video on this. But the 9 ether hair is an antenna to consciousness, right? See, notice 9 ether, the divine 9, the spiral, right? The melanated people hair is an antenna, right? That's a deeper topic, right? Now, some would say, in some languages, that Ha means God, right? So, Hu or Hua in Sufism means God. So here it is. Ha in ancient Egypt mythology was a god of the western desert and the fertile oasis, right? Ha. Now all they did was put a T at the end of Ha, but mind you, this was the god of fertility, right? Ha, ancient Egypt. So Ha is just a T, which makes hat, right? Now we know a cap is a hat. Now we know about the capstone, right? But if you just type in capstone, you get these types of flat, right? And the capstone is like the graduation hat, right? With the fez, right? Look like a fez. Now, you got the Illuminati capstone, okay? Which is, you know, the all-seeing eye triangle, right? Which is tapped into Freemasonry, right? Cornerstone, capstone, right? Okay. So, I'm hoping now y'all kind of see where I'm going with this. The veil, the cap. All caps are Masonic. All caps are evil. They are moon worship. You know, the shade. You cover yourself from the sun, you get shade, right? From the sun, darkness. The moon, shade, dark, no sun, right? The veil, the CaulBearer, witchcraft, the cauldron. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe. Hit that like button, man. Turn me up. Also, if you want to support the channel, you can hit the Cash App, $ Ravens Diamond. Okay, so you see the significance of the cloak and dagger, right? It looks like it's got occult meaning, right? You see a lot of knives are used ceremonially. All right, so I'm gonna show you that it's the same as the cow. Right? A large loose hood, specially forming a part of a monk, sleeveless, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So some of these cows can drape all the way down. Right? You got the medieval cow that come down midway. Notice a lot of the jesters wore it. Okay. See the monk cow. See how it stops along the shoulders, but it comes with the robe. It comes with the cloak. Right? So when you type in just cow, it's gonna come up with the cloak as well. All right, let me see if I can find it for you. See the cow neck dress? But some of them can drape down. Okay, let's move on. A lot of this is associated with the hood, right? The actual hood. Right? You see what I'm saying? The hood come with the cow go with the cloak. The cloak is the veil. Little Red Riding Hood wore it best, right? The hood, Little Red Riding Hood, but she's wearing a cloak. Okay? So, as you know, most coats wear the hood and the cow. Right? See, when you see the coat, they come hooded. Right? The coat. Most coats come hooded. You see the significance of the veil and the occult. It's coat right in the word. Now I want to show you the robe. Right? See, you thought bathrobe, but you look at the top, you see some of the people with it.
Baltimore.
All right, so you see a lot of people wear the robe, but as you see, it's a lot of women wearing the robe. Right? You look up top, femme, mini, marriage. Right? Silk, chic, dress, transparent. So the robe is almost feminine as well. Right? And we'll get into some people that wear robes. Right? Like the judge. The judge wears a robe. All right, so all religions have a cap, right? It don't matter what religion you are, you're gonna have a hat associated with your religion, right? We Rastafari, we know that, okay? We established that. Let's see what the Bible says about caps. Okay. It is a disgrace for a woman to have her hair cut or shaved off. She should cover her head. For every man praying, having his head covered, dishonored his head, but the woman he commands be at all times covered. So the Bible say a man should never cover his head. A man ought to never cover his head since he is in the image and glory of God. But a woman is the glory of man. Okay, stay with me. Now, in Islam, they cover the women. right? See, in Islam, they cover the women, right? You got to wear your hijab. All right, here's a good one right here. So you see, in Islam, they cover the woman with the veil, with the cowl, right? Now, another place we'll see this is the cobra. The cobra has a hood, right? The cobra has a hood. You see what I'm saying? And if I'm not mistaken, it's actually called the hood. Created by elongated ribs that are capable of extending and loosening the skin networks. So where have we seen the significance of the cobra hood? Right? In the pharaoh. Right? The uraeus is a symbol for the goddess Wajet. She is one of the earliest Egyptian deities. Why did the pharaoh wear a cobra? Represents the goddess Wajet, a very ancient goddess associated with royalty. Now let's see the images. Okay. Notice he has a cowl. Notice he has a hood on with the Egyptian cobra. Right? Understand the significance of why they associate the cobra with the hood. Now, notice the god on Mortal Kombat, Liu Kang, he had a cobra move. All right, let's see if we can find the Liu Kang cobra. Oh, you know what? It wasn't Liu Kang. It was Shang Tsung. The alchemist. Right? In Mortal Kombat, Shang Tsung is an alchemist, and he makes a cobra come out. Right? For all the MK fans out there. Okay, now, moving right along, I want to get into the cape, right? Now, I'm going to make it make sense. You see, who wears a cape? Notice the cape comes with a hood. It says cloak/cape, right? Not cloak and cape. A lot of cloaks and capes are the same. Right? Dracula wore a cape. Superheroes wear capes. Little Red Riding Hood. Notice the veil. Notice the hood. Right? Now, a cape, wizards, right? You see the occult symbolism of the cape. You know, back over there in England, they wore dresses and capes. Now, see how the cape is also associated with feminine attire. The woman wears a cape as well, right? So what's a cloak? You gotta spell it right or they give you the wrong thing. So look at the coat. The cloak is also the Illuminati robe, the Illuminati hood. The coat of the cowl, the covering. So you see with a cloak and a cape, pretty much the same thing. So when you hear the terms cloak and dagger, you kind of get the relevance. And notice in Marvel, they got the guy in the cloak and the hood and the cowl right? And the veil with some chick. So the veil is hiding the evil behind it. Right? You put the, yeah.